All right, Shalom. For the first one, give our praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Harakah, Kadash, Rakatum. Double honor to the apostle of the elder of the great millstone, and to our across the globe, teaching the word of truth and sincerity, want to say Shalom. This is our Diet Nawa from the great millstone campus, Chicago, with a land back off the apostle of Ramlock, these people really have an affinity toward everybody but themselves. You see, our people, which are the Native Americans, the Latinos, and the Negroes, which are the Israelites, who make up the 12 tribes, all right, they have a extreme identity disorder, man. You see, they're looking for a nation that's trying to save them. The same man who put them in captivity, all right, in the transatlantic slave trade and shipping Gad and Issachar to Europe, and taking Jake and spreading them across the waters and bringing them here to North America, which is Egypt, which is Babylon. You see, you people have an identity crisis, man. You see, you want people to be equally compensated. You see, but how about you, Shai made us above all the nations, man. All right, and these other nations have done nothing but hinder our plight, you see, because all the while these other nations know who we are. We have relics and history and artifacts and writings of Israelites in a lot of these nations over across the waters, man, in Europe and in Asia and in Africa. You see, every nation has a record of the Israelites, okay, whether they be in there or just having encounters with them throughout their history. You see? But our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. All right, and they're looking for a nation to save them. But the nations don't give a shit about you, man. Here you are, they portray us as broke and ignorant and rude and all these things. Yes, in which we are. But that was really truly the case. Why do they target our dollars, man? You see? Why are they setting up these shops in these mom and pop stores in our neighborhoods, man? You got Moab there. You got Ammon there. You got Ishmael there. You got Elam there. All right? You got Esau there. You see? You got Ham there. You see? These people are only beneficial for you when you want to spend some money. Okay, but other than that, they give the damn, man. All right, you don't see a Elamite sponsoring they call it AAU team, or little league in the or little league in the community, man. You see, where were they at when we were being hung and from the trees, tarred and feathered and pulled apart, being buck broke, being cast overboard, and fed to the sharks? You see, where were they at, man? Okay. Well, all the while these people knew exactly who we were. Okay, you got these leaders. All right. Adolf Hitler knew who the real Jews were. You see? The Egyptian prime minister, all right, said you left here black and came back white. Who are you people, man? You see? You see, people, these other nations know exactly who we are. You have various and numerous videos of Middle Easterns talking about how we need to come back to the land. Ever since we've been gone, there's been trouble. Was therefore proved to you that the people who are living in those lands are not the Israelites, man. You see? But we're going to get a couple of precepts on the Lord in this lesson edifying. This is Lamentations 1 and 20. It says, "Behold, O Lord, for I am in distress. My bowels are troubled. My heart is turned within me. For I have grievously rebelled. Abroad the sword bereaveth. At home there is as death. They have heard that I sigh. There is none to comfort me. All my enemies have heard of my trouble. They are glad that thou hast done it. Thou will bring the day that thou hast called, they shall be like unto me, you know. And our people think that they're nothing. See, the other people know exactly who we are. Okay? All right, we are the chosen one of Yahweh Shemiah Shai. We're going to get into that later in the lesson. And these other nations know it. These other nations know that our true power, all right, is a power to be feared. You see, Nebuchadnezzar understood that. Pharaoh understood that. You see, and there's records of Alexander the Greek knowing that too. You see. See, people think that we are just. They push the stereotype that we are nothing, man. But we have fallen back from our power so much till we have been counted out and downtrodden and trod upon, man. You see? But nobody sits there and says, hey, hey, you Mexican, hey, you really are Israelite. Or here you Native American, hey, you really are Gadite. You see? If you go read about the Moabite stone, you see? The Back Creek stone, those Luna stones. All right, there's records of Israelites everywhere in the world, man. You see, these nations know exactly who we are. That's why they take our artifacts and they hide them in the museums. You see? But nobody's here to comfort us. Nobody's here to wipe our eyes. But yet we run to all the other nations to patronize them. Spend hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars on yak number 5, man. You see? Spend millions of dollars on fried chicken with lemon pepper, man. You know? So they have heard that outside there is none to comfort me. All my enemies have heard of my trouble. They are glad that thou hast done it. Thou wilt bring the day that thou hast called, and they shall be like unto me. You see, these people know that when we're in authority, all right, it's going to be order. All right, and ultimately they know that we are the righteous ones. We are the rightful owners, the heirs to this world, man, to this kingdom. I came up with a scripture through the Spirit. Let them know. No, the. Right, because these nations are sitting in the catbird seat, man. They're sitting each one in their glory. You see, even Elam has a seat at the United Nations table, man. You see, everybody has a seat there, but who? But the tribes, man. All right, and we're just waiting on Yahweh Shemiah Shai to turn them unto like us, as we are at this moment, man. All right. There's Sirach 36:2. It says, "And send not fear upon all the nations that seek not after thee. Lift up thy hand up against the strange nations, and let them see thy power." And that's what we're waiting. We're waiting for the last hurrah. All right, the grand finale was going to be sparked up by Yahweh Shemiah Shai, man. All right, and they're going to know that the power, all right, that the power of Israel is going to be the Redeemer of Israel, man. All right, verse 4, as thou was sanctified in us before them, so be thou magnified among them before us, you know. So we're gonna be praising Yahweh Shemiah Shai when we start seeing his marvelous works, man. When he cracks the cloud with the fathership and all those chariots zooming and zipping and zagging all across the place, causing hectic and wrath, and releasing the anger of the Lord upon this place, and at the same time beaming up the elect, man. You see? Yahweh Shai is going to meet you as a power, not a man, man. All right, verse 5, "And let them know thee, as we have known thee, that there is no power but only you, O Yahweh," man. You see? Your nations are really going to truly feel what it means to be like in captivity, man. And not only the captivity, it's going to be a righteous captivity. where we're going to be in our right mind executing true judgment upon you people, man. You see? You're going to know what it means to be on the wrong end of Yahweh Shemiah Shai's wrath and fury, man. And his anger. All right? Lamentations 2 and 15, it says, all that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? You see? Here we are in a place where they will say that we're not our people, but this is the place that we're going to be called the children of the living power. And these other nations are very aware, all right, of the Israelites, man. They're very aware of us on the highways and the byways, teaching and professing Yahweh Shemiah Shai. This is what they feared upon. This is what they fear about. You see? But yet they go back to the neighborhoods, all right? They look around our neighborhoods, they look on the news and see the mischief that Jacob's doing. You pants off your ass, you're nodding off in the middle of the street off of that shit. You see? All the ill dealings that we do in our neighborhood, our rappers and actors and actresses, how they portray the stereotype that Esau commands them to portray, and they look at us and they like, man, these can't be the people, man. You see? You talking these people are the Lord's people, man? But the answer is yes, man. We're gonna get redeemed, man. Even though the truth are gonna know about death by pain, if we didn't get in the kingdom, man, they're gonna be just as mad as anybody else. All right. Isaiah 51 and 22 says, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, in thy power that pleadeth the cause of his people. See, Yahweh Shemiah is gonna plead our cause, man. Regardless of what you say, how you think about us, hey, Yahweh Shemiah is our defender, man. Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt no more drink it again. See, what we're going through is the Lord's anger. This is his wrath. This is his judgment, all right, for those who disobey and who are disobedient. And right now, who's getting that cup? Who's drinking that cup? It's the Israelites, man. Scattered abroad on reservations, living in the poorest of communities, the poorest of living conditions, man. But our time is up, man. Our time is up, and Yahweh Shemiah is going to come back and undo all the things he has put upon us, man. Verse 23, so I will put it into the hand of them that afflicted thee, which have said to thy soul, bow down, that we may go over. And thou hast laid thy body on the ground as the street to them that went over, man. You see, we have been the doormat, the butt of jokes. All right, we have been the focal point of your disdain. You see, the target of your jokes, the target of your displeasure, of your anger and your wrath. You see, and they ask us to shuck and jive and to take the low, while the whole while your presidents have control over the patent industry, man. Taking the patents and the visions that our forefathers prior time have invented, man. You see, stolen our recipes, and you made franchises out of them. Stolen our culture and our heritage and profited off of it, man. But yet when we say that we're children of the Lord and you're Esau Edom and you're going to go into captivity and we're going to rule over you and you're going to get destroyed after 1,000 years, you have a problem with that, man. But you don't have no problem with treating and walking around the earth, conducting yourself in the manner of a devil, man. See? Our time is bowing down and being a doormat and a stepping stool to you. Hey, those days are over, man. That's why you try to cut the internet. That's why you block block and strike our channels and pages, man. You see? That's why you're infiltrating the camps and try to send agents in there to disband the unity of Yahweh Shemiah Shai. But hey, the Lord brought us together, man. You see? This is a marriage. When the Lord is brought together, who could put asunder, man? You see? You can't separate what Yahweh Shai has already deemed to be part of him. Baruch 4:5, it said, "Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel. You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you moved to the Most High, because you moved the Most High to wrath. You were delivered unto your enemy." You see, hey, the Lord's anger is slowly getting lifted up off of us now, man. Our skin is being put up. Our skin is being put back on us, man. We know who we are. You got brothers and sisters waking up all across this globe. You see? But we had to endure the chastening for a little while, man. All right? And our punishment is up. We're going to see our Redeemer coming to get back his precious prize, man. 2 Ezra 5:23, it said, and said, O Lord, that bears rule of every wood of the earth, and of all the trees thereof. Thou hast chosen thee one only vine, and of all lands of the whole world thou hast chosen thee one pit, and of all the flowers thereof one lily, and of all the depths of the sea thou hast filled thee one river, and of all builded cities thou hast hallowed Zion unto thyself, and of the fowls and of all the fowls that are created thou hast named thee one dove, and of all the cattle that are made thou hast provided thee one sheep. And among all the multitudes of people, thou hast gotten thee one people. Unto this people whom thou lovest, thou gavest a law that approved of all. And now, O Lord, why hast thou given this one people over unto many? And upon the one root hast thou prepared others. And why hast thou scattered thy only one people among many, man? You know, so we're scattered amongst all these nations that hate us, man. The Lord said, I will sell you to your enemies. You see? His more precious plant, his more precious vine. Okay? He delivers us over to who? To our enemies, man. To our nation, to these other nations. So why are you worried about these nations, man? Why are you worried about them making it in our kingdom of heaven, man? When we're not making it in their kingdom of heaven, man. You see? It's totally backwards. Let's get this. Cluster. Let me get this. I want. In 2 Ezra 9, and 20. So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were come into it. And I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept the great of the cluster and the plant of a great people. All right, and that's talking about the elect, man. All right, the elect of Israel. Why are you people worried about those who are not part of the elect? Those who are not the Lord, those who the Lord is not going to keep. You see? The elect are going to get spared greatly. Why? Because these coming trials and tribulations, these famines, you see, these insurrections, hey, they're not going to come near the elect, man. You see? To let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept, and my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. Why are you worried about the multitude, man? You see? The Lord's only keeping a plant, a remnant, a vine, a grape out of the cluster. We're the ones that the Lord made and kept it preserved, man. Preserved for what? Preserved for salvation. You see? Why are we worried about everybody else, man? They're going to perish in vain and perish in nothing. All right, let's get this real quick. I'm going to end it on this. It says, ungodly perish, right? Let's see. Damn, I thought. Damn. Right, God. This is 2 Corinthians 9 and 13. It says, and therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is and for whom the world is created.